Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. My name is Aaron, and I am playing Brother. Here's a bone for you, Benedict. Rephrase that.
Were you talking to a pretty girl?
You know this session has been awesome when the podcast is broken 5 seconds into the episode. Oh my gosh.
What's your name, sir?
I don't know what my name is right now. My name is Jeremy, and I am playing Grayson. What the heck is going on, Digby?
This is Johnny playing the still unconscious Jorus Glave.
This is Jeff playing Demetrius Norden.
I set the world on fire.
Some people just like to see it burn. And my name is Jordan, and I am the spark behind the fire.
Okay. You are the one that likes to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
Hey, I just set it up for you guys. You knock them down.
And for the second campaign in a row, Jeff has set the world on fire. He did so in Terra Proximus too.
I tried it.
You tried to.
Terra Proximus. I tried to set the forest on fire. It didn't work.
And they turned you into a tree.
It's because I was turned into a tree that I tried to set it on fire.
Yeah, he literally became a human-plant hybrid and was connected to the Amazon forest's hive mind.
I'm definitely going to have to listen to these.
Yes,
Oh yeah, they're excellent. I love the story.
If you have not listened to Terra Proximus, I advise you do so.
That'll be my challenge my task over the next few weeks.
All right. So, previously, when we left off, the city was on fire because magic happened.
Jorus was kidnapped and knocked unconscious.
Because magic happened.
Because magic happened. And Benedict went bone spelunking because magic happened.
No, because magic needs to happen.
Magic needs to happen.
And he got permission.
Got permission. He told me so.
It was as easy
That
as
was the easiest conflict resolution ever. It's like, hey, what are you doing? He said it's okay.
Just kept prying bones out. Just kept going.
So, you wake up. It's an alley that's very unfamiliar. People are running all over the place, just crazy. You actually wake up because a little boy runs into you, without looking. He's just running, and bam, he, accidentally trips and falls and hits you in right in the chest.
Okay. I'm still kind of dazed because I don't know where I am and what happened exactly. Last thing I knew is there was a glowing skeleton with a sword coming towards me up behind. I tried to apprehend it, and we changed locations, and then I was unconscious. First thing I do is check my person to make sure all my equipment is still with me.
Yes. While you were unconscious, you had a dream.
Okay?
And in that dream, you saw your hawk. You were in your chambers, and the hawk landed on the falcon landed in front of you. And it looked at you, and in a perfect queen's voice, it said, "Why have you left me alone? Why have you abandoned me?"
As soon as all my stuff is with me,
Yes.
I'm going to give out the whistle calling for Araka to come to me.
Okay. What's his name again?
Araka.
Araka. It's like Maraca, but without the N.
Yes.
And not as much fun to shake.
Alright. So he comes to me.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to use Beast Tongue.
Okay.
Target number 19. 19.
Perfect. Right on the nose. Right on the beak.
And I basically just ask what's going on. What is happening.
Okay. And it tells you that the city on the far side of the river had some kind of magical interaction with the Riemann fire and the magical ice and has now exploded. The river has turned into ice and is on fire as well, and it looks like it's spreading across. At the same time, the dome that was surrounding St. Aldrich's Cathedral has started expanding out further, and it's destroying buildings as it moves forward.
How close is the dome to the palace?
The dome is actually... It would take a few hours to engulf the entire city, probably.
Hours? Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I asked Sriracha is, has he seen any of the...
That's very
Yeah.
spicy bird.
Sriracha is if he has seen any of the rest of my party.
He says that they're all gathered at the Undermarket. Like he
And
saw
a crypt.
he saw them at the crypt. Yes, saw Demetrius at the crypt.
Which way is that? Lead me.
All right, the bird leads you.
So I guess I'm going towards the crypt.
Yep, and you're following essentially the same path that Grayson took when he body dumped you.
Yeah.
So you all were having this argument as to whether or not you should go down into the crypt and look for Jorus.
I made the comment that we should go look for him.
Right.
Someone else said that,
Probably came out already.
and I think I was closer to buying that idea because I didn't,
You didn't see him down there.
and I don't think he
Because
would have just
Grayson
been standing there.
Because Grayson spun it that the two of you missed Grayson coming out, and Grayson missed you going up. There's an obvious reason, but Grayson's
Yeah.
spinning it as we only know one way in and out, and we missed each other. So Jorus probably made it out as well.
Although we do know there's another way out, but
We haven't found it.
yes, we have not found it.
There's many ways in and out.
So where do we want to go try to find?
I would say if he's made it out, our only other meeting spot
This is the theater.
is the theater. I mean, if he's not there, we could, after a while, check the 7 stars. I mean, there are only places to meet other than Demetrius's shop, which is under guard, and if I believe was on the north side of the river. And well, we can't cross to get there.
Right.
Would have still built under guard even though they lifted the warrant on us?
I would have thought
Oh,
that,
yeah.
since the warrant was lifted, the guards.
Yeah, that was before that.
Yeah.
So to the Windsinger?
I'd say that's the first spot, I guess.
All right. Go ahead and make me an athletics roll.
Just out of curiosity, what time of day is it now?
It's dusk.
Dusk, I assume so. Ooh. Ooh.
2.
Okay.
So
So
a little bit of magical hangover there. For
Yeah.
you.
you're not going to be there. You're not going to be there when they arrive. You guys
No,
get there.
I'm dragging.
How long do you take?
To get there is like 5 minutes away.
I know, but how long do you
Wait
choose
there.
to stay there?
Oh, like half an hour.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
say half an hour before we probably send somebody to 7 stars rather than everybody go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to? You want to go ahead and make another athletics roll? See if you pick up the pace.
Sure.
Let's go.
Yeah, there it goes.
That's healthier.
That's a lot healthier. 20.
Okay, so just as the half hour is about to expire, you burst through the door, and you're huffing and puffing because you're just like completely exhausted, worn out, mentally tapped, and with
I
your
think we all are.
with your bird on the shoulder. Yeah.
Grayson is sitting farthest away from the door as possible.
Okay.
What happened?
The city blew up.
How?
You remember that expanding ice dome?
Uh-huh.
Well, that wasn't a dome. That was
Well, the expanding ice,
Yes, the expanding ice. I told you to see how fast it was expanding.
it got to the river. And when the Riemann fire and the magic ice touched one another, they burst into flames.
And you're going to need this.
I hate berries.
Then I hand him a bone.
Where'd you get this?
From the Undermarket.
You desecrated their grave?
Adrian said I could.
he will make sacrifice later.
I forgot. For some reason, I thought you had that conversation down.
Have you
At the
tried
wall.
this yet?
No.
Hold on. Weren't you supposed to be at the Undermarket?
I was until I was attacked and kidnapped and taken away from the Undermarket. Somehow ended up on the south side of the city.
You were attacked?
Yes. I had discovered where the, not dome, but sphere was capping off the tunnel, and I was getting ready to come back out, and somebody came up behind me. When I tried to approach them, they kidnapped me, knocked me out. Some sort of magic that I'm not aware of. I don't know why, don't know who, but I know that they probably saved my life.
I mean, probably saved your life.
The dome was starting to expand further down the tunnel,
And the whole explosion thing.
which that's when it started to expand, is when there was that explosion.
So you were down there when the explosions happened.
Yes. Where were you?
I was at the blacksmith picking up your sword when rocks started falling from the ceiling.
It's not exactly true, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, I was at the blacksmith picking up his sword, and rocks then started after that sometime to fall from the ceiling.
Sometime after that, yes.
He left out, that 10-minute gap when he was...
None of what I said was untrue.
It just wasn't completely true.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
I hate that.
Go ahead and roll wit, Johnny.
10.
23.
Okay.
Number persuaded that I am witty.
Yes. The hero
you
point.
needed that.
Yeah, you did.
I spent 5 hero points. I didn't needed to.
He spent 2 just trying to keep me from finding out who you were.
Yeah, I needed to.
All right. So you're buying it.
Yes. The queen needs our help. Yeah, I know that's what our goal is. But no. She's calling for our help.
I mean, calling for our help.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Benedict's gonna hold a hand up his ear, confused, but not gonna say anything. Just kinda...
While I was unconscious, I had a vision, the queen sending a messenger for us to come rescue her. We need to see if these bones do anything. I'm hoping they do. They're the same age of magic, and I have no other way to get us through this dome. But we have to get to the queen.
I mean, that was the whole point in getting the bones.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Let's
we're
go.
there.
Adrian seems to think it'll work.
From out of his cloak, he pulls out the sword, sets it on the ground, gets up, and walks out.
Do I recognize the sword?
Go ahead and roll wit. It might be. It's a high target number because.
Yes, it is a high target. I get that.
I would say it's at least a 21.
Yeah. So it's unlikely, but I just want to check.
Right.
Yeah,
Nope.
no. 15.
Okay. And you probably don't want to spend hero points
No.
at this point.
No,
Or
not on
character points.
Not on that.
Not on that.
Okay. So are you going to go above ground or below ground?
Above.
Well, yeah, since it seems like the undermarket is caving in.
Yeah.
So you guys make it through the city. There's, you got a
Chaos everywhere.
chaos everywhere. Town is clogged up with people trying to get out of the gates and everything like that. But surprisingly, you're fighting. No, not surprisingly at all. You're fighting against the crowd. No one really wants to go towards that giant bubble. When you get there, what do you do?
Well, first off, I want to see how much has it expanded.
We will say that it's probably gone about 50 yards,
All right.
like in each direction.
Yeah.
That's a pretty significant amount of expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to take a step back, take a breath, and cast Bless.
Grayson's going to turn to Adrian and be like, you're the Fae expert.
Mhm.
What are we supposed to do with this?
He's matching magic. Is probably going to pass through barrier.
Probably.
I got 25 for target number 19. So.
Magic works different in different worlds. You don't expect me to know everything, but I can't.
You just know more than we do.
Not much.
Obviously.
I'm going to poke the dome with a bone.
You're going to do some bone poking? We don't think any less of you, Jeff, just so you know.
I reach out and I touch the dome. See what happens.
He licks it. I triple dog dare ya.
Nope.
The bone just passes right through.
We're going to need a lot more bone.
I inspect the bone. Is there any scarring or disfiguration of any kind other than the scratches from pulling it out of the wall?
It is as you had it before.
Okay.
I want to cast divination.
Thank you.
Hey!
Thank you.
I want to see what happens if somebody walks through holding onto a weapon.
Okay.
That was what was the target for that one?
Who would you like to see burst into flames? Without having it to actually happen.
Right?
25 for immediate.
Right now it's probably Demetrius.
For me, yeah.
Johnny, look in front of you.
Well, I know, but
Meaning that he has 3 hero points sitting in front of him.
I got 17. And I need 25.
It's 2.
Yep.
How far out do you want to see?
20 minutes out.
Who do you want to see?
Brother Benedict.
Brother Benedict is standing at the door of an Angelan cathedral.
Do I recognize it?
It's the cathedral.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's St.
cathedral.
Albert's, yeah.
Okay.
And it looks like the doors are open, but you can't see in. The only building visible is the cathedral.
Do I see anybody else besides Benedict standing there? Even if I don't see their faces, do I see anybody else?
Yes.
How many people?
5.
Is he still holding on to the bone?
It's a little detailed.
Okay. Guys, I think we can do this.
Do what exactly?
I think that bones are going to protect us going through the barrier.
You first.
Take the bone, hold it out in front of me, with my hand, going into the barrier.
You pass right through.
Walk through.
Can we see the other side of the barrier?
No.
So we don't see what's on the other. We can't see what's on the other side.
We're opaque, so all we can see is the.
It was always opaque.
Yeah, it was always,
Oh.
yeah. It was always
Okay.
that mirrored, glassy.
Okay.
Oil slick type of look
Yeah.
to it.
If he can do it, I can do it.
Grayson walks through.
There's Demetrius.
Benedict too.
Adrian Marfall is right behind you all.
I'm trying to get through this dome for how long now?
Months.
In real time.
Alright. So now, once we're inside,
You see, the only building that you can physically see is the cathedral. Every other building that had been in the vicinity of the cathedral is completely gone. There's nothing, it's just like this fine gravel that looks like it was formerly buildings and petrified wood scattered all across the ground. And there's this smell like dry ash in the air. And the temperature is actually much hotter inside. Like it was a wintry day outside the dome. It's now actually, it feels like it's the middle of summer.
All right, we probably stepped into that like we walked into a wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to pull out the compass
Okay.
and see what it says.
The compass points you directly to the cathedral.
I start heading towards the cathedral,
Alright.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
sword in hand.
And Brother Benedict is the last.
He's seeing us
It's like the last what?
Jedi?
No, you're the last person in the group to
In the
go.
line.
Yeah, because it's got to match up with the vision.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, I walk up to the cathedral, sword in hand. As I get closer, are the doors open like in the vision, or are they closed?
They're closed.
Windows, are they intact?
Yes. Stained glass.
Anything come out resist us?
Yeah, actually, something drops from the sky.
There's a cat.
No, it's the Goatman.
I don't want to fight a goat man.
It's okay, we can beat him.
Now he's a human body with a striped goat head, and
And the creepy goat eyes, right?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got kind of a bit of a bleeding quality to it. So you'll finally figured out how to approach.
So weird.
Give us the queen.
There is no queen anymore.
Give us the queen.
There is no queen here.
Get my sword in a ready stance. Give us the queen.
Fool boy, I said there was no
I
queen.
swing.
Okay.
And that's our agility.
We just
Yep.
So he gets the first attack and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then I have less initiative.
Oh my gosh!
I get the first attack and then last initiative.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Wild dice don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
wild dice don't take away.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I got 5.
5. Yours is
3D.
Oh, that's right.
3. Mine is 3D as well. What do we do?
Just go ahead and roll off.
We roll off after that.
Okay.
I wish I
13.
had this the first time. 15. Jeff.
10.
9.
9. And Goat Boy.
Goatman.
Goat Boy.
12.
So, yes. I'm swinging.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Goat is going to dodge out of your way.
Hopefully.
Wasn't a
Not.
great roll, but at least I got the exploded die. 15. Because remember, we're blessed.
Yeah.
10, 13, 14.
Woohoo!
No, I'm sorry, 15.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I miscounted. 4D plus 2.
He was dodging or parrying?
He was dodging. So he got out of the way. So who goes first?
Goat.
Boy.
Goatman goes first.
Goat face.
Yeah. He steps back to grabs his sword in his hand. He pulls it's a black, jagged sword that it just kind of like appears out of from behind his cloak. There's no like actual sheath. It looks like he's pulling a shadow loose that then just kind of coalesces into a sword.
So I still have the bone in my left hand
Uh-huh.
and the sword in the right hand.
Okay. And he says, "Don't listen, there is no queen. She has ceded the crown to the Banshee." And he swings at you.
We will not see the ground.
All of us.
In unison.
So I rolled a 15.
13.
Oh, so it connects.
Yep.
5D plus 2.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Magical sword.
Wow.
15. So that's 3.
Stunned.
Stunned. That's not as
For
bad
one
as it
round.
could be.
Yeah.
No, it's not as bad as you think.
Like, he hits you with this sword, and it, like, inky shadows, like, race up your armor and up into your nose. Just like you're inhaling it in.
Oh, my nose itches.
All right, who's next?
Demetrius.
Throwing knife.
Okay,
Of course.
That's what I have.
he's going to go ahead and dodge out of the way.
Aw.
How come we don't roll very well when
9.
we're in battle?
2.
That's
Okay,
good
as long as Jordan doesn't roll very well either.
Good enough.
You rolled a 2?
I rolled a 2.
Okay,
Sweet.
you hit.
I hit him.
Explode.
Oh.
Opposite of what we wanted.
6.
9.
Plus 2. 8.
Oh yeah, we
Oh
were
yeah,
blessed.
plus 2.
Yeah, but 9. I rolled a 9.
Did you add your bless?
I did.
Your bless to your plus 2.
I
to
did
your,
add my bless to my roll.
So here's what happens. You throw the knife, and it would have succeeded in hitting him, but he actually pulls the blade up, and it hits the blade, and it just disappears.
Even the cold forged steel in his
He
magic.
didn't specify it was cold forged.
Well, we were specifying right this moment, all the weapons we are using inside the dome are the cold forge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was intending.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you didn't say that at first.
So we're specifying that now.
Yes.
All weapons inside the dome are cold forge.
Mm-hmm.
Except for one cold forge knife that he lost out in the fire.
Yeah.
Started to change guy back and then got
I
exploded.
All right,
All right.
Benedict.
Benedict's going to use his staff
Okay.
and swing at the goat face. 23.
Yeah, you succeed.
23, and then I roll 4d, 5, 6, 7d for damage.
Yeah, 70. 70.
70 damage.
I think I have enough place for that.
Oh my goodness.
It's
That's
close.
a lot of 6s.
32, 34.
17 points.
17.
17.
I'm sorry, 17 points above.
Yeah, that's dead.
Yeah.
Gosh.
as the body hits the ground, Grayson jumps forward and says, "We will not cede the crown to the Bay Banshee," and then looks up at Benedict and smiles.
Go ahead and describe how this happens.
So, Benedict kind of pauses for a second, as taking in this whole scene as first Jorus swings for the fences at this guy, and then Demetrius, who we've seen how dangerous he is with these knives, and this guy is relatively unfazed through this, and so Benedict takes a running leap, spinning around, swings his long staff from the very end of it, so he's kind of got some
full
distance,
force,
like straight up sledgehammer blow blade to the side of the head.
Okay. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
Do you ever wonder when Spider-Man goes to the bathroom if the toilet paper sticks to his fingers?
Do you ever wonder why Superman wears his underwear outside of his pants?
My name is Imran.
My name is Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And we're your hosts for the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we sometimes try to attempt to answer these questions.
This is a full spoiler podcast, and we swear a lot.
Check it out for awesome geek news, interviews, and comic book reviews. Visit jockandnerd.com. We are your superhero TV, movies, and comic book culture curators.
Boom.
Jockandnerd.com. Jock and Nerd.
And we're back. You are standing over the corpse of your enemy, and once you hit it, like his sword just dissipates, and once he dies, it just disappears. His corpse actually begins to melt. And it begins just like...
Does it turn into Quicksilver?
No.
Okay, good question.
All of the flesh on the bones just drain away and like turn in, like just immediately get sucked into the ground. Like it's just starved for moisture.
Ooh.
So all that's left is a skeleton.
Does he have anything on him?
I mean, aside from like his clothes and
Does
everything.
my knife reappear?
No. Don't look at me like a wounded puppy.
I'll buy you a new one.
You blew up the city.
You completely destroyed the entire city. You tried to murder a cult by yourself, and then you destroyed an entire city.
I only tried to murder one person, and then I wanted to see what would happen if it touched. To see if it would blow up the city.
That's a good idea.
And you succeeded. So again, you guys are going...
Yep, to the chapel.
Yes, you make it into the cathedral. So you want to go in first?
I'm going to go in first.
Okay.
Benedict's going to bring up the rear to make sure nothing follows afterwards.
To match up with prophecy.
Yeah, that too.
And I'm right in front of
All right.
Benedict.
When I step inside, what do I see?
There is an empty cathedral. At the end of the cathedral where the altar is, behind to the altar, it looks like there's been a chair that has been assembled out of bones.
Human bones or
Human bones.
Okay.
And as is a common practice in older churches and cathedrals, there are people who have been buried in the floors and the walls. And you can tell that the covering stones for those burial areas have actually been pulled away.
How old is this cathedral? Do we know that?
It's probably about 150 years old.
Okay.
It is the central church of the Angelan faith, and before that it was a Riemann church.
And so it's just empty except for the chair and the missing coverstones are removed.
Yes, in the main
room.
Yeah, the sanctuary.
And no one is sitting on the chair. Not that little creepy little boy. What's his name again?
Naine Rouge?
Yeah.
Not that you can see.
All right. Well, with that, let's do a sea magic aura. I'm just going to scan the entire room.
Okay.
How frightened are you, Jeremy?
I'm next to Benedict.
And you're in the front. Been a little different.
There's reasons. Grayson, there's
15?
reasons.
I believe so.
Yeah. 20.
So you are able to scan the room. There are definitely undead behind some of the columns.
Magical undead.
Yes. At the very end of the hall, there seems to be something very strong.
Is it the old magic?
No, it's not the old magic.
Okay. I'll huddle us up. We have how many undead?
5.
There's 5 undead waiting for us.
What do you mean undead?
Used to be dead. No longer dead. Undead.
Fairy magic.
Therefore, bad. They're waiting for us behind those columns.
Why are they just waiting?
ambush. It's easier to get us if we're in the middle of the room and they can surround us. Down at the other end, something big. Don't know what it is. Don't know what we can do about it. I suspect the queen's that way, though.
Is that where the compass is?
Double check to make sure. It's all the compass, we check it.
The compass points directly to the object at the far end of the room.
Everybody can see where the compass points, right?
Yes. It's remember, it's like a small image of
Yeah.
the queen that's pointing a finger out.
How far is it to the other end?
I would say it's about 250 feet. Okay. It's a full-size chapel for cathedral.
Yeah. I'm going to use my perception perk with the Sea Magic Aura looking at the whatever in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything particular that I see that will help us?
It's not big, actually. It's just big in magic.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean by big.
It's about the size of a large fishbowl.
The key. Adrian? While we're battling these undead, that thing in the back,
It's funny shaped.
it's the key. It may not be the key that we lost originally, but it's a key to the Fey realm. You get that while we kill these undead.
So what do you guys want to do?
Let's go stab some undead.
Split up. Two on each side.
Well, who has
Why
like?
not go around the edge?
Well, because you have
Keep them all
ranged.
Yeah.
You have ranged.
I have a range.
Kind of. I mean,
Is there like a upper level to this?
No.
No.
No, it's a
It's
cathedral.
tall.
Ceiling. Yeah, it's
Well, I
like
mean,
it's probably a good 100 feet tall.
okay.
There's no balcony.
No balconies.
Benedict's willing to go and draw them off a little bit if you guys want to try better to get in position.
I would think going around the outside so we don't walk into the middle and have to face them on multiple sides would be the best way to do.
Yeah, it's definitely better than going in the center.
But then we're split up.
Well, he's saying all go.
All
go
around
all
one side.
one side.
Yeah, then we're facing two down, and then the other three have to come to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Okay.
Strategy. Do we get flanking bonuses?
No.
Dang.
This is not Dungeons and Dragons.
I like flanking bonuses, though.
That's kind of nice. Occasionally, it makes that difference.
It does.
This game is so swingy that it would barely even count, though. So as you go along, what's the order?
I can still take the lead.
I guess we could continue in the same order that we
Yeah,
came in.
yeah, same
okay.
order.
I don't think it's gonna make too much of a difference to tactics.
All right, so you guys, you're like going along. It looks like they're about halfway through the room. Their own tactics are pretty simple. Get them in the middle of the room, like you said, and then just swarm them. But one is at one column. There's a column that's between them that doesn't have one, and then there's another at a far column, at the next column down.
Yeah.
So you are sneaking, and as you go along, you see that it's a skeleton. And you can hear like the bones like grinding on each other as it's like looking and turning.
Right. Well, as soon as I can see it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot it with the crossbow.
With your cold forged
Yes.
bolt.
Everything inside the dome
This cold forged.
is cold forged.
Excepting that one knife.
He forgot he left that knife on his belt.
Yeah.
What were you looking up?
Oh, no.
I was looking up illusion.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Well, they got an 8.
Resist roll for illusions is wit.
Nice.
Yeah, they dodged that one.
It hears the clatter of the arrow as it hits the column across from it, and it turns around and it sees you, and it just breaks into a as fast a shamble as it can, which is actually pretty intimidating and pretty fast.
Yeah.
And then you see the other ones that were like on the other side. They're starting to run towards you guys as well.
There's 5 running towards us, one's close to us.
Yes.
Okay.
Are they armed? Like, do they have
No.
swords and stuff?
No.
So they're just skeletons?
Yes.
Okay. Slightly less intimidating.
Yeah, because what's he
Yeah.
gonna do?
It goes like this, and it starts flinging finger bones at you.
Wow. Well, that's
Look, that's pretty scary.
Man, this guy had Captain America shield.
Sorry.
This is tall.
I rolled a 5.
That's gonna be for all of them.
Yeah.
15.
I rolled a 10.
14.
13.
And remember,
We're still
we're
blessed.
still blessed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that lasts an hour. That's
Yes.
a really darn long time.
Yep. All right. So No, sorry,
Well,
Jeff goes first.
So I figure we
That's
have
what I
about
thought.
40 minutes left of
me too.
Blessed.
I was like,
Because I did
what?
the vision, it was 20 minutes ahead of right after I cast Blessed.
Yep. About 35 at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, instead of throwing my knives, run at and just use my knife skill to hack and slash.
Okay. Going to try and get out of your way.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
What'd you roll?
One.
Roll a 6.
He got out of your way.
Yeah, I don't think he hit the skeleton.
I'm pretty sure he tripped you.
So skeleton number 1 just gets right past you.
Skeleton bounced around.
Benedict is next.
How close are all the skeletons?
To each other? They're pretty spread out.
Okay, they are pretty spread out. All right, I'm going to engage that same one that we're already engaging.
Okay, number 1, skeleton engaged.
6 with my staff, which has Cold Forge.
So
10, 11, 13.
I rolled a 0.
Okay. 5, 6, 7 die. 4, 10, 13.
9.
Okay.
So that's 4 points. Skeleton number 1 is wounded.
How close are the skeletons, like, in feet to each other?
From 1 to 2 is about 10 feet.
Oh, so they probably would all be within a 50-foot.
Yeah.
All right. Grayson is going to cast Illusion
Okay.
right smack in the middle of them.
Okay.
that's not a good. I know what you allude, but yeah, because we don't know you do magic. So all of us are going to see the illusion, aren't
No.
we? No?
We are far enough away that you guys cannot see the illusion.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're also kind of busy.
All right. I want to cast right in between the two, but I'm only targeting the front two.
The front 2? Okay.
Yeah.
But you're casting behind them.
But I'm casting this.
Okay. Understood.
So, the target number is going to be 17
Okay.
for that, because it's 15 plus 2 per person. And its resist is wit, which skeletons have 0. So
this is
it's
pretty
15.
much, it's pretty much guaranteed to succeed.
As long as I hit a 17.
So Witless. Oh,
That's so many
still got
sixes, though, that I still got it.
He rolled 4 6s and a 1.
Yeah.
On a wild.
And we're blessed to still, so yeah. So that is
22.
a 22. So I'm just casting the image of a big bad Angelan warrior,
Okay.
like full armor,
All right. So
like right behind them.
So they kind of stop. There was one that was engaging with Jeff. So that one is a little bit more busy at the moment than the other one. It knows that there's something there, but it's kind of dealing with
Okay.
the meat bags in front of it. But the other one stops and turns around and goes towards the illusion. All right, and who's next?
That'd be me, I guess.
Yes.
Alright. I guess I'll have my sword and just go.
Crack one open?
Yeah.
Okay. 8. And this is number 1, the one that
Yeah,
Jeff was fighting
number
with. I got a 7.
It's gone.
25.
It's gone. There are 4 left.
It's the skeleton's turn.
Okay. Number 2, which is now number 1. Number 2 is just going to try and ineffectually swing at the. I don't know. It's not the smartest.
You just see a skeleton
Yeah.
waving its arms in the middle of the cathedral.
Yeah, and like all the other skeletons run over to do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
That works.
They see them attacking this one thing, and they.
Now, when those other skeletons are attacking, Adrian should be going around the other side to go get
That's
the key.
right. Yeah.
Top of the round then?
Top of the
Top of the round.
Jeff.
Top of the morning.
Top of the modern into yeah.
I guess I'll go over and start stabbing some skeletons again.
Okay. So you're gonna go for number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5?
I guess I'll go for number 2.
Okay, number 2 it is.
Robust.
14.
Okay, so you hit
16.
9. So that's 5 is wounded.
It's 7, actually. But...
Oh, is it?
16 and 9? Yeah, it's
7. I can't.
Well, it's still wounded, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you add your 2?
Yeah.
Number 2 is wounded.
Benedict.
I mean, did number 2 like turn and face?
Yeah, now it's getting ready to. It's been distracted from waving its arms at something no one else can see.
Benedict's gonna walk up and clock number 2 on the back of the head with his staff.
Okay. Because that's how Benedict rolls.
They're already dead, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, just one after the other. 15.
Well, that beats my 7.
Okay. 7 dice for damage. This guy.
10.
30?
2.
32.
That one's dead too. It's amazing how that works out.
I figure one right after the other. Let's just start knocking them down.
Next,
That would be Grayson.
Grayson, what would you like to do? There are 3 skeletons left.
Quickly swing back to the middle,
Okay.
and so I have a clear shot and shoot one.
Okay. Which one would you like to shoot? 3, 4, or 5?
Let's go for number 3.
Okay, number 3 it is. You rolled a 5.
20.
Enough to hit. I rolled a 6.
Skeletons are always so intimidating when you're going to fight them. But then when you fight them, you're like, oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
20.
20, so 6, that's 14
Yeah,
above.
Yes. Yes, 14.
So that one is mortally
Mortally
wounded. Not dead, mortally wounded. But it just drops to a pile of, and we'll ignore it. We'll say it's dead. That's fun. There are 2 remaining.
My turn?
I believe so.
I'll sword it.
You sort it. Number 4 or number 5?
I'm going number 5.
Number 5?
Number 5 is alive.
Rolled a 1 on his wild die.
Number 5 is soon dead. So, whatever this is, plus 5.
You successfully hit number 5 and 8.
10 plus 19 plus 5. Alright, 19 plus 5.
That's 24.
24.
Number 5 is dead.
I will stab number 4 then.
Well, the skeleton goes.
Oh, skeleton goes.
The one that's left, right?
Yes, the one that's left.
Fine.
He's next to you,
Okay.
so he goes to swing at you as effectually as he can.
I'm going to dodge.
7.
15 plus 2 is 16.
That does not hit. Alright, his turn.
That's right.
It's
Jeff's
my
turn.
Jeff, you get to retaliate.
I'm going to strike him with my dagger.
Dagger. Well, that's not good for you. 12.
10.
So
plus 2.
Ah, plus 2 to 12.
Still.
Yeah.
So yeah. Alright.
Benedict.
Yep.
Benedict, the skeleton slayer.
And again with the staff in the back of the head and stuff.
Oh.
8, 12, 14.
I rolled a 9, so you succeeded.
I've had 3 wild dice all rolling lots of ones for me, so.
Here, try one of Johnny's.
No, that's alright. Johnny doesn't seem to have very good luck with this either.
I haven't done
18, 20.
I rolled a 12. So number 4 is wounded.
Grayson
Grayson
shoots it.
shoots it. I rolled a 1.
I rolled much more than a 1.
So you succeeded.
15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
3.
21, 23,
Dead.
24.
Dead, I told you. Dead.
25. Gotta get another dead.
Alright. Adrian Mar went ahead of you guys, and you can't see him now because of the columns.
Alright, well, I go that direction.
Okay.
Towards the key, yeah.
While I'm walking that way, since magic aura, see if there's anything else popping up.
And that's a 15?
Yes. 13, 15.
You can sense that there's something very magical now standing very still.
Which direction?
Like right outside one of the little side
And
doors.
where was the key at?
The key was up here on the altar.
Okay.
Was?
Key is up here on the altar.
Do I see what kind of aura it is? Or do I just sense that there's something there?
You just sense that there's something there. It seems malevolent.
Hey guys, there's something else up ahead on the right. It's just standing there, waiting. Where's Edrin?
You can't see him.
Can't see him.
Well, we need to get the key anyway. So we keep moving forward. And...
So Grayson's going to go back to the outside, on the opposite side, and just start to work his way up.
I think that one of us should get the key, while the rest of us go confront this.
Grayson has already started to move on his own.
To go get the key?
No, he went back to the outside and is going to go up.
Okay.
I'm following Grayson.
Benedict's walking. He's going to stay in the
Yeah,
middle.
I'm going to stay in the middle and go this way. So I guess we have 2 people on the outside, 2 people in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. As you draw closer to the front quarter of the cathedral, towards where the altar is, you see Adrian Marr just standing very, very still.
Where that thing is?
Yes.
Like,
And
he's like in a force field or something? That
no, he is standing in front of somebody. You can see a pair of feet on the far side of him. But he's just standing very still. And it seems like he's whimpering.
Okay, now I'm like standing right there. I'm going to see my aura again.
Okay.
$28, $30.
On a target 15.
Yeah. Thank you.
So you can definitely feel that this is the Bay Banshee magic.
Okay. Can I see an outline of what it is that he's standing in front of? Like,
Yes, it's child-sized.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Now he's child-sized with scarlet eyes lacking pupils.
So I can see Adrian standing there,
Yes,
and he looks terrified.
yes. And he's whimpering.
Can Benedict see Naine Rouge?
Not exactly from where you're standing.
Benedict's probably going to approach.
Yeah, you were in the center with me, right?
Yeah. And try to ask him what's wrong. And at least until the point that I can see the little bastard.
I start walking that way also, and I separate a little bit of ways from Benedict.
Okay.
Adrian, are you okay? What's wrong? As I keep approaching.
And he jerks around like
Involuntarily.
yeah, and he starts moving away, and you can see Naine Rouge, and he just smiles at you, and his teeth are this black, slimy, rotten. Hello, true believer.
I look at him, at Benedict, like, huh?
True believer?
But I'm keeping my focus on Naine Rouge.
What do you mean true believer?
You know the way.
Grayson is sneaking towards the key.
Which way are you talking about?
The way of truth.
I do know the way of truth. My master...
Don't come closer. And you, stay where you are.
Can they see him? Because they were
Yes.
on this outside wall.
Yes.
Okay. I'm still walking towards him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm raising my sword.
Mhm.
Grayson keeps moving.
He makes a throwing motion at you.
Benedict jumps in front of it.
Okay. And
And he's going to duck behind the column.
okay. 23 target number. A bolt of lightning just streaks out of his hand.
So that's what I tried to jump in front of.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be 5 damage. 16 plus 4 is 20.
20, no resist damage.
Yeah, of lightning.
Benedict's dead.
What?
No, we just said target number, but you still have to take the
Yeah,
roll
you
might.
still have to roll might to
Oh.
resist that.
So there is resistance.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no
damage.
resistance there. Get
Okay.
hit.
In which case, my daredevil kicks in.
Yeah.
And I believe it's once per session, throw caution in the wind, dodge, block, and parry are reduced. However, all might rolls are doubled when resisting damage for 1 round.
Yeah.
Nice! So 4.
So that would be 18.
Is the roll is doubled. Isn't that the number of dice is doubled?
Okay.
We
Understood.
talked about that last time.
Yeah.
1938.
38 is the final number.
Yes.
So describe what this lightning feels like as it channels through your body.
So as Benedict jumps and he gets hit in the chest with lightning, it feels like his heart is stopping.
Uh-huh.
And as his hand touches the ground, it races down his arm and into the floor.
Perfect.
Tingles all over. Like when
And then he says,
Now you are feeling the true power of the Bay Banshee side.
Can Grayson, he's behind, I guess, that far front column now. Can I see physically the key?
Yes, you can. It's across from you, so you'd have to like move closer
Move closer to.
you'd have to cut diagonally
across the other side of the
across.
altar from
Uh-huh.
where you're at.
Naine Rouge has a clear line of sight around the column.
Around the column, yes, but not directly with the column that's in between.
Yeah.
Jeremy's prepping.
Where is Demetrius?
I saw that question coming. I almost asked him.
I guess while we were passing the gap where they all stopped, I probably would have like stopped and looked and moved forward to the next pillar.
That's where Jeremy's at.
That's where I am.
That's where you are?
You thought that they were together. The two characters were together.
I did.
Okay.
And where are you, Jorus?
I'm right here.
Right here?
I'm swinging.
You want to take a swing at him? Okay. He's going to go ahead and dodge out of the way.
13.
10. So you are going to manage a hit on him. Roll a 6.
29 plus 5 is 34.
Yeah, 28. So that dead.
So what happens is he shoots lightning. While he's shooting lightning, I'm taking my swing in the name of the queen.
Well, I'll give you a hero
Yeah,
point for
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And as soon as Grayson sees that connect, he's beelining it for that key.
Okay. Now the key is it looks like a quicksilver orb.
Oh, crap.
Like I said, it's about the size of a large fishbowl.
Just large enough for
Alright.
a big old octopus to come out of.
While he's doing that, I check on Adrian.
Adrian, when you actually killed Naine Rouge, he just
Magic.
drops to the floor. His body
just
goes
collapses.
limp and he just collapses.
I'll go check on him, make sure he's alive.
It's hard to tell with the mask, but he looks like he's okay physically. You're able to
Get response out
get
of
him
him.
up. Yeah.
As Grayson is standing there in front of it,
Mhm.
he's got his hands like out around it and is like, he's yelling, Jorus, before I touch this thing, what is the compass saying?
Alright, I bring Adrian up to the key,
Okay.
and then we look at the compass. What does the compass say?
The compass points directly at it.
Okay, that's what I thought it would say.
Yep. Grayson's like, okay, and grabs it.
When you grab it, what happens? You feel like this pulsing running through your hands, like from your chest through your arms down into your hands. It feels, like when you touch one of those static balls, it
You get
feels
that
like that
tingly-
little the tingle around your fingers, but it feels like energy is rushing out of your bones. The key actually levitates in the air. It's very light to the touch, and it spins, and you don't know why, but as it moves, you move with it. Like, it just naturally draws you. And it goes off the altar and down the stairs to the floor of the regular sanctuary, and it drifts down to the floor. Once it touches the floor, it actually spreads out the ball into a long rectangular thing, and then it just collapses down into the ground and turns into a stairway.
Adrian, is it supposed to do that?
Not this way home.
The thing is, I start down the stairs, sword in hand.
I think Benedict's following Jorus in this.
Come this far.
And Adrian puts his hand on your shoulder and he says to Grayson, "We'll be all right." And he slightly pulls him around to stand in front of the stairs. And he looks him in the eye and says, "Walsham would have wanted you to go." Down you
Grayson's
go.
the last one down the steps.
Yes. As you're going down the steps, behind you, you hear like a sucking noise as the ball reforms. When you get to the bottom, you are in the Mist Court. Thank you so much for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means that you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @bonethrowerstheater, and also you can look us up on Facebook and Google+. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.